Welcome. This is the thrift store announced Roses and Rollsford, bleeding Hollywood home on a budget. So pay attention, all you Rolls lovers, Bachelor Nation, and PLL Army, Pretty Little Liars lovers, like myself. Tonight, it's the Men Tell All. Before Becca can choose between Blake and Garrett on the season finale, she must first confront her exes before a live studio audience and moderator host Chris Harrison. To mark this occasion, this annual tradition in Bachelor Nation, I decided to hold my own tell-all, bringing you up to speed on this particular series and my YouTube channel in general, and why my weekend uploads have been so infrequent. First things first, Roses and Rollsford. It's been an awesome blast over the past 10 weeks bringing you this series, and I'm proud to say that even when the going got tough, I have not skipped a single week of this show. That's something to be proud of, and a major accomplishment because of last time I did Roses and Rollsford, which was just a disaster in terms of timing and scheduling. I just would not even be motivated to do it, but I was motivated this time around because it's summertime, because things on The Bachelor can heat up 1,000 times better than on the Fathership show. Not the Mothership show, The Bachelor. I talked the Fathership show because, Bachelor's male-oriented. But it was a lot of fun over these past 10 weeks to do this. And considering the last time I tried to attempt this, a major improvement. My favorite episode easily was Us Weekly from January 22nd, 2018, because you got a double dose of Shay Mitchell. And you got Ashley Benson too. Butter Benzo. If you're not familiar with Butter Benzo, you're not a Pretty Little Liars fan. Butter Benzo is Shay Mitchell, the Butter, and Ashley Benson, the Benzo. Butter Benzo! And for those who don't know which characters they play, Emily Fields and Hannah Marin. The fashionable Hannah Marin. And in terms of Bachelorette in that episode, you got Ari in the same position that Becca's about to be in tonight, confronting his exes on his season of The Bachelor before a live audience with moderator Chris Harrison. Becca's about to be in that position tonight. Will she come out unscathed? I have no idea, but most of the time, those who've been in that position on the Men and Women Tell All normally do. There's a reason why that my weekend uploads have been so infrequent, and here it is. It's the lighting in the studio. We have 2 light bulbs in the ceiling. There's supposed to be a third in here, but no light bulb can be inserted in that socket ever again because the bottom part of the light bulb is jammed in there. To remove it is a delicate matter that would require the whole apartment's power to be shut off to avoid electrocution and possible injury. So, that's gonna take a bit of time, and I have to compensate for the visual quality of my videos by adjusting the brightness when I edit them in Windows Live Movie Maker, which is a pain on its own to operate. And it doesn't really look that appealing, but I do what I have to do. I made a promise to myself to make content, not any more excuses, over the rest of the summer. And you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Make content. No more excuses. 2 particular people I have to give a shout out to are Anna Robinson and Linda Bucky, 2 of my social media pen pals. Anna Robinson is on the Bachelor side, and Linda Bucky is on the PLL side. Both are super terrific, super splendid pen pals of mine. I'm more close with Linda than I am with Anna because, well, Pretty Little Liars takes a major space in my heart, and even though The Bachelor also does that, it's just out of curiosity. It takes a major space in my brain. And the brain and the heart are 2 separate entities. They work together, but sometimes can be separate, so Pretty Little Liars over The Bachelor any day. People Magazine and Us Weekly. People from March 24th, 2014. I am not the bad guy. The Bachelor, El Bachelor, Juan Pablo, fires back at his critics. That's the Bachelor portion of the program. Us Weekly, the Pretty Little Liars portion of the program. And we got 3 PLL features in here. That's why it's going to be the finale, as Becca chooses between Blake and Garrett next week. In the meantime, that's my tell-all. I hope you enjoyed Becca's tell-all tonight. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this tell-all. By the way, since when did thanks for watching become foul language? that's apparently very much evident on Clever News, more specifically recently on their flagship news program, the Daily Hollywood Rundown, DHR, on Clever News. Thanks for watching is apparently non-existent within that show and that YouTube channel. And there are 5 people who need to be called out and shamed for this. Ava Gordy, Renee Ariel, Drew Dorsey, Vivian Fabiola, who follows me on Twitter, so I wouldn't be surprised if she had followed me, because I will be tweeting this to all of them, and the lowdown Emil Ennis Jr. They know who they are. If you watch Clever, you know who they are, because I certainly do. In my opinion, they take their audience for granted when it comes to DHR. Not on Clever News feeds. They're good over there. When it comes to acknowledging the audience properly, it is paramount that hosts say thanks for watching. A pet peeve of mine, and it's a very strong pet peeve, is when they don't. They know good and well that without the audiences for their respective programs, they and everyone associated with it would be out of a job. It doesn't really apply to the 5 that I have called out, apparently. They take their audience for granted. The most major offenders are Ava Gordy and Renee Ariel, so screw them! I saw 8 consecutive shows on DHR. The playlist is in the description below, but they fail to thank the audience for tuning in. I have seen a resurgence in viewership from DHR recently, down from, viewers. As for Emil Ennis Jr., low down, brother, low down. Screw him too. He takes his audience for granted, especially at DHR. And he also had this commanding authority with him, which I do not care for at all. That show has lost this viewer forever. I am swearing off DHR forever. I'll take my business somewhere else, like Entertainment Tonight, which coincidentally and ironically has the founding mothers of DHR working for them, Deidre Behar and Katie Krause, alongside Danielle Obey, who used to be a correspondent for Clever and co-hosted a few rundowns. And as for Erin Robinson, I can take it or leave it, but I still hold a grudge against her. She had a part in shutting down my original channel, Remote Control TV, when I decided as a fan project I would put together a montage of photos from her wedding to her husband Matt. She decided to take that down, copyright troll, when those photos were put on a public domain website, The Wedding Photographer. So Erin Robinson, screw you too. Although I can take you or leave you because you do a fine job on Clever Style. That's exactly where you need to be and stay at for a long time. No more Clever News for you. That is my tell-all. I appreciate you guys bearing with me as I got candid throughout the whole thing. Once again, these 2 magazines, look for them next week on The Roses and Rosewood, a finale. Thanks for watching. And seriously, Clever News, if I never hear those words ever again on DHR, you will never have the pleasure of my company ever again. That's the thrift store rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. I'll see you later.